Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in the second last video of this series where we are discussing the doshas related to the planets. And in today's video, we'll be discussing the doshas related to Rahu. Okay. Now, Rahu is a planet that causes dosha to other planets, but then Rahu also gets afflicted. And the doshas of Rahu are generally regarded as curses coming from your ancestors. Okay, so I have made a few videos regarding the curses and what needs to be done for getting rid of those curses. So that is, those videos are very useful. Those videos are bound to be very useful for you if you want to, if you want to know more about the karmas, the good or the bad karmas of Rahu, and how you can, how you can maneuver those karmas for the betterment of yourself as well as for the betterment of others. Okay. Now, coming to the doshas of Rahu, as I said, as I've been saying in my previous videos, you have to understand how the Kalpurus chart works and its intricacies. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, please go back to the first video on the sun, where I have discussed the houses and rulers of the Kalpurus chart and also the Karakas of the Kalpurus chart. Okay, so Rahu dosha is also known as the Hatyarin. That means you are paying for the killing of someone in your past life. You have a debt for killing someone in the past life. Okay, and Rahu, remember, it cause the Karaka of the 12th house is of course Jupiter in the Kalpurus chart. So if Rahu, which is one of the main enemies of Jupiter, goes into the 12th house, then it the Karaka of the 12th house is Jupiter, and if the main enemies of Rahu, that means Sun, Venus, or Mars, goes into the 12th house, then it is known as Hatyarin. Okay, and as I said, Hatyarin is a debt that you are paying for killing someone in your past life. Okay, and if you find yourself that if you find that your house is near some crematorium or near some near some cemetery, smashan, kabristan, or if you have a stinking water drain near your house entry, okay, or if the entry of your house is stinking, then you can be very sure that you have problems with related to Rahu. Okay, now Venus in the 12th house is generally considered to be good, but it gives excessive lust. Okay, and remember, Rahu is the Karaka for desire, right? And Mars in the 12th house can give a lot of arguments and quarrels with your spouse in the bedroom. Okay, similarly, if Rahu goes into the 12th house, okay, if Rahu goes into the 12th house, that also causes this Hatyarin. Okay, so for the other planets, for example, let's say Sun. For Sun, if Venus, Saturn, Rahu, or Ketu go into the 5th house, only that causes the dosha. But in case of Rahu, apart from Sun, Venus, and Mars coming to the 12th house, Rahu going into the 12th house is also causing the dosha. Okay, so it can give very unstable finances. It can lead to accidents. I've seen a lot of people, having this combination and going through a lot of accidents. They fall all of a sudden from bikes. And there is a friend of mine who has this dosha, and every time he goes out for work, he works a traveling job. So every time he goes out for work, most of the times he finds that his company has booked a hotel which is located very close to a crematorium or very close to a cemetery. Okay, so that is the dosha that is showing up. Okay, now what to do to relieve this dosha? Okay, that is very important. Remember, this dosha can also impact the health of your father. It can impact the health of your spouse. It can also impact your health. Okay, it can make you visit a lot of hospitals during its dasha, right? It can make you visit a lot of hospitals for others, like your spouse is very sick and you are having to visit hospital for your spouse, or your father is very sick, you're having a very tough time at the hospital for your father. So all these problems are caused by this dosha, which is known as the Hatyarin. Okay, so the best remedy is to feed insects. Okay, take some sugar, and when you go for your morning walk, just sprinkle the sugar at those places where ants come. Okay, that is the best remedy for Rahu I've seen. Another remedy you can do is on the day of Amavasya, please take a coconut, okay, And during Rahu Kaal, you must dig up the earth, say for around 5 feet, and then put the, put some, take the dry coconut, break it into two, put some sugar in both the halves, and then bury it under the, bury it under the earth. As insects consume that coconut and the sugar, and as the coconut decays, your problems are also slowly going to go away. Okay, so this is a very effective remedy that has been taught to me by my Guruji. Okay, so please try out these remedies and let me know how life has changed for you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this video provided some value for you, and if it did, please subscribe to the channel, like the content, and if you if you find this topic interesting, or if you think that others are going to benefit from this knowledge, please pass on the video to your friends and relatives. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.